Hey, everybody, I'm Mark Caples, host of the Hard Knock University podcast, author of the Hard Knock School of Project Management, 7 Hard Lessons I Learned the Hard Way, founder of Leadership Knox, and local contractor at Mark Dalton Homes. And what follows is my take on the Canyon Lake Water Management meeting that took place on April 22nd, 2025. Before we get started, do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share the channel. Let's spread the truth louder than the noise and build a smarter, tougher, more resilient community together. I'm proposing a new rule. If you're going to show up to a water management meeting demanding answers while sipping out of a 64-ounce Yeti and complaining your HOA won't let you water the lawn on Wednesdays, you need to look in the mirror because you might be part of the problem. Because this week in Canyon Lake, Texas, a public drought meeting was held. And judging by the crowd size, either someone was giving away free brisket or people finally realized that you can't fill a lake with Facebook rants. No, this time it was serious. The lake is low. The drought is real. And the only thing flowing freely is misinformation on Facebook. Now, this wasn't your average snooze fest city hall meeting. This was real talk. The Army Corps of Engineers showed up to explain why Canyon Lake even exists. And hint, it wasn't built so your pontoon boat could have a summer home. It was built for flood control and water supply. Recreation, well, that's just a bonus, like guac at a Chipotle. Nice when you can get it, but not the point. Then we had the folks at GBRA, the Guadalupe Blanco River Authority, calmly explaining that they don't get to just open the dam. They operate under TCEQ permits, contracts, and more regulation than a high school dress code. They don't have a magic faucet. They have a formula. And the formula says no water in equals no water out. GBRA was up there practically begging people to understand that permits and contracts are a thing. And the Texas Water Company, well, they dropped the mic. They basically said, yeah, we stopped hooking up new developments. Why? Because your kid's bathwater is more important than some developer's infinity pool. Now let's take a moment to say bravo. That's leadership. That's adulting. Because at the end of the day, they are a for-profit company. It behooves them to sell more water, but it's not the right thing to do. But despite all that, some people still left the meeting thinking this was a problem of management, not math. Look, you want to blame someone? Don't look at the engineers. Look at the fact that we've had 134 days with zero flow into the lake. That's a record, not a rumor. That's not mismanagement. That's a climate reality check with a Como County return address. If you're watering your lawn like it's Augusta National during the Masters and then blaming the lake levels on overregulation, you're not a patriot. You're a parched parasite. Meanwhile, people are yelling, "Why are you selling more water?" And the answer, repeated more times than a Taylor Swift chorus, is they're not. The water was contracted decades ago. There's been no new water added to the allocation. None, zero, zilch. It's not being sold out the back door to Nestle. It's being delivered to the same communities it's always served. And by the way, evaporation. That's a thing. Canyon Lake loses up to 6 feet of water per year just from the sun doing what it does best, turning water into air and Facebook moms into hydrologists. Anybody with a pool is well aware of how quickly that water level drops just from evaporation. I can't tell you how many clients I've had call me insisting their pool has a leak only to get a lesson in 5th grade science. Look, I get it. We all want the good life. We want a boat. We want to fish. We want our kids to run through sprinklers while we grill grass-fed beef and talk about how Texas is a land of personal freedom. But freedom means responsibility. And that means understanding that maybe, just maybe, you don't get to power wash your driveway every Saturday during a stage 4 drought. And developers, oh, please, these guys will pave paradise, slap a name like the Preserve at Canyon Ridge on it, and then act shocked when the lake they're preserving looks like a cracked cereal bowl. So here's the deal. The folks managing Canyon Lake's water aren't evil masterminds. They're civil servants, scientists, and engineers. You know, nerds with spreadsheets. And we should thank them for keeping the taps on while most of us were too busy Googling how to beat the smart meter. Because at the end of the day, there's no secret water stash, no deep state water plan, just the same basic equation we teach in kindergarten. Less rain plus more people equals big, dry problem. Because here's the truth no one wants to hear. The lake's doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's providing drinking water. And 5 years into a brutal drought, it's still nearly half full. Meanwhile, Medina Lake, yeah, the one just down the road, is basically a memory with mud cracks. So, how about this for a new rule? If your lawn is dying, maybe it's not time to fire up the sprinklers. Maybe it's time to let it go. The HOA will survive. Your grandkids might not. So, here's the hashtag hard knock lesson. Conservation isn't about doing without, it's about doing what's right. It's about trading a green lawn today for drinkable water tomorrow. It's realizing that leadership isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet choice to use less so others have enough. I'm Mark Caples, and this is Hard Knock University, where we turn real world challenges into battle tested lessons for life, leadership, and legacy. If this hit home, do me a favor, subscribe, like, and share. Let's spread the truth louder than the noise and build a smarter, tougher, more resilient community together.